Hey guys, it's Moody here, and this is going to be a slightly different video in terms of, seriousness and just, it's not a Pokemon battle, but it's going to touch upon some subjects that might be a little sensitive and even a little bit sensitive for me to talk about. There were a couple videos going around by I believe King Nappy, Hoodlum Scrafty, there is Game Boy Luke, Magnitude did one, and so on and so forth, because Leo, 6-Foot Hacks, started this video sort of self-reflecting on his own channel, but I guess why he does it and in terms of success and whatnot. So this video is on a bit more laid back, and you can feel free to just minimize the window and listen to, what I have to say. It might be a bit on the lengthier side, and it's just my story, I suppose. I'm not really going to be getting into much detail of success and whatnot, because that's not what it is for me. It's more of not success on YouTube, but personal success, what I consider to be successful. And for me, the reason I made this channel in the first place was because I wanted to make other people happy with my videos. I wanted other people to take 5, 10, 20 minutes away from their day and watch a video of mine. And if they left that video with a smile on their face, or with positive feelings, or just if they left happy, if they left in a better state than when they first watched it, or before they watched it, then that is a success to me. That is what I consider a success of my channel, because I thrive upon knowing that other people enjoy my content, and I'm able to make other people happy, because I believe happiness is one of the greatest feelings that you can give another person, and it really is a humbling and great feeling to know that I'm able to do that for thousands and thousands of people on a daily basis now. And it is honestly the greatest gift that I have ever been given. It is the greatest opportunity I've ever been able to experience, and knowing that I can make you guys happy, knowing that I can make a huge group of people happy and enjoy my content and whatnot is just, it's honestly the most rewarding feeling of anything, regardless of whether there's any other incentive involved in uploading. This is hands down the greatest feeling of being a YouTuber for me, and this is the reason why I created my channel. Because when I was going through high school, I went through a lot of rough patches. There was a stage in my life in which I went through severe depression. I actually had to get therapy for it, and it was because of people in my life who hurt me, people who I thought were close to me who hurt me. And this was before I even explored the realm of very close internet friendships. This was probably like 9th or 10th grade for me, and it was a really rough time for me then. And I wasn't too much into Pokemon at the time, because I was kind of drawn away from it, because some of my friends on Neopets, that's the reason why I got into it in the first place, really. I had some Neopets friends who I didn't talk to at the time anymore, and they were the reason why I kind of played Pokemon in the first place. And then after Fire Red and Leaf Green came out, I believe that was it, or Emerald or something, I didn't play for a very long time, and I was very hesitant on picking up Diamond and Pearl. And the reason I did pick up Diamond and Pearl is because I did start talking to one of those really close friends that I have, and she encouraged me to get it. And that's when I started exploring the internet again, including YouTube, including all that stuff. I had a lot of spare time in which I used to try and find different ways to express my emotions in a healthy way, or distract myself from the way I was feeling at the time, because I was in a really bad place in my life, in which honestly I actually went through this suicide type phase. I went through the self-harm phase. I went through a lot because at the time I was in an abusive relationship with someone who I thought I loved, and long story short, he made me feel as unloved and as useless as someone could possibly feel, because he made me feel as if there will be no one in the world who will ever love me. There will be no one in the world who will ever be friends with me. And he was the only person I had at the time. And so that is when I started exploring the internet. And because I was in such a rough time, I actually started exploring chat rooms like Zats, and I started connecting with a few people. And after the whole suicide, the therapy, the self-harm, I was in this like recovery phase and trying to find whatever way I could to distract myself from all of that. And it was a very emotional time for me, and it's kind of emotional even talking about this because I've never actually brought it up really with many people, because it was such a rough period in my life where even at the time my parents, they always worked. My brother and my dad, they always had to bring him to hockey. My parents always worked long hours. I was usually home alone, and I didn't have many friends, real life friends to talk to at the time. And that was the main reason why I started exploring the internet and trying to find different friendships that I could build, different ways to distract myself. And there's when I stumbled upon Zats, and once I started exploring Zats and meeting the people, I started off in Cerebi Wi-Fi. If any of you guys remember that I used to hang around there a lot, and that's Pokemon was excuse me, Pokemon was, so to speak, my saving grace at the time, because it was the reason why I was able to form these friendships with people who had this common interest with me. I was able to talk about them. I was able to talk about them competitively. I was able to trade with them, and I was able to battle them. And it was basically my saving grace at the time, because I felt like I had nothing else. And being that low in your life really sucks, and anyone who's been there knows how horrible a feeling it is, and I would never wish that upon anyone ever. And that is why once I formed some of these internet friendships, and I met a couple people, uploading Pokemon at that time, I wasn't really aware that was a thing, but as I explored Cerebi, I watch some older people, such as, I think it was Titan, was one of them that I remember watching. There weren't very many at a time because it was a fairly new thing then, and that's when I started talking to smaller YouTubers at the time. I mean, actually talked to Joey Pokegame at the time, and I used to be in clans with him too. He's one of the people that goes far back with me, and there are a few others who I don't really talk to anymore because they don't upload anymore, so our friendships kind of became distant. But that's when I first started getting into actually uploading Wi-Fi, and let me tell you that my first few battles they were webcam quality, and they basically had music over them, no commentary at all in the slightest. So it was just a battle kind of showcasing what happened in the battle without narrations, without commentary. And then soon I think it was through Titan or through some other, I really cannot remember specifically what PokeTubers, they introduced me to the actual commentary thing. But at the time, I was very self-conscious of my voice. I actually really didn't want people to know that I was a female, because females really did have a rough time. I think it was Joltspilled or someone like that who I noticed was having a hard time dealing with the I guess people weren't very respectful to any of the female PokeTubers, which, mind you, there aren't many in the first place. I think Annie Carrots was also another one that I watched, but it was kind of people like that really wanted to make me upload in the first place. But I was very self-conscious of my voice. I thought that my voice was one that sounded, it was like borderline, like you couldn't tell if it was male or female. And I got a lot of comments saying how I either sounded like a little boy, or how I'm a girl and I shouldn't be playing Pokemon, I should get back in the kitchen, and the typical stereotypical stuff that you get. And that is what I had to go through. It was, I think, 5 years, maybe now 4 years, it was a long time ago. So that is how it started. And at first it was so discouraging because that was the majority of comments, and it kind of brought me back to my state of, hey, my ex, and how he treated me, and how he said that no one was going to love me. And then I kind of started receding back into my depressive state for a bit. My uploads weren't consistent at all. I kind of did it because there was the few amount of people that did enjoy it, and there were the few friends that I did have on there that actually did not pick on me and actually were my friends, and I talked to them on a daily basis, and those were the people that really got me through at the time. And regardless if they're internet, if they're real life, any sort of friendship, any relationship that you form with someone, if they're there to support you and make you feel good about yourself, then they are worth having. They're the most rewarding friendships that you can have. Just keep those in mind and cherish those, because it's friendships like that that get you through the hard times. And I know what the hard times feel like, and I've been told on my videos sometimes how someone was having a hard time, how maybe they lost someone, they were depressed, they felt like killing themselves, but my video made them happy. It made them actually leave it in a good mood, in a positive mood, leaving it with happiness. And those people, that is the reason why I make videos to this day, 4 years later. It's those people. It's because despite any shit that people throw your way, despite any negative feelings, if I'm able to make someone happy, then I have done my job. I have accomplished something in this world, and that is, like I said, the most satisfying feeling. And going back onto the self-consciousness with my voice thing, I actually, for the first couple videos, I did try and alter my voice a pitch higher because I thought it would kind of take away from people thinking maybe I was an underage boy, because that was really the most annoying and comment that really got to me all the time. But I still was able to push through regardless of how I felt. I was able to push through because there were those people that kept supporting me and kept pushing me through and kept encouraging me. And it's people like that you need to just keep in your life. And that is why I kept going. And eventually I became confident in my voice, where I didn't do that anymore. I became confident in my narrations, where I didn't have to redo them 5, 10, 20 times. And as I started to grow my channel, I started gaining more respect, and it felt good getting respect from bigger PokeTubers at the time, such as MBZ, such as Magnitude, such as, I really, like, my memory that far back isn't the greatest. I'm sorry, but getting recognition and respect from those people is what kind of started to make others back off. And I got less and less comments, and it really is difficult to push through the negativity. And to this day, I still get a lot of negativity on my channel, but as I've been doing it for 4 or so years, it's become very easy for me to push that aside, because I have so much positivity to work towards. I have so many good things to work towards, and I still get some comments to this day that say that just me uploading and me being so happy and supportive and just smiling all the time is what gets them through their day, and that means the world to me. And knowing that I can do that for someone is, like I said, the most rewarding feeling that you could possibly experience. And this is why I upload. It is because I know exactly what it's like to be in such a time in your life where you feel like everything sucks, but you have to find whatever positivity you can in your life and just try and use that to dig yourself out of that hole, whatever it is. Each person has a different coping method, and each person can get through it, because it always gets better. Please never ever lose hope. If you're in a rough time, please never lose hope, because there are people that care about you. And even though I do not know each and every one of you personally, I deeply care for every single person that comments, for every single person that watches my video, and it's just, I care about all of you so very much. Even if you don't believe me, I really do. I care for literally each and every human life, and there have been times in my life where I'm not proud of, because I have come off as mean, and I really try not to, because I really try to be as supportive of people as I can. I try to be as encouraging, as helpful as I can. My goal is really to help other people, and this is why I'm making my PokeTubing guide. This is why I love making guides, because I love knowing that someone out there learned something new today, that someone out there, I was able to help them. And that is why I enjoy giving away my own Pokemon. That is why I enjoy taking time out of my day, every single day, to record things for you. And I put a lot of hard work and effort into editing, into making them entertaining, and into making them positive and happy, because hopefully someone out there was in the position I was in a couple years ago, in which I just felt so horrible and depressed about my life, in which I could watch a video and that video was able to lift me out of that. There might be someone out there in which I could do that. I could do that for, and if there is, then it really means the world to me and is the most flattering feeling. And if anyone has ever come up to me asking me for help, I have tried my best to go far and wide to help them, whether it was ever on Tumblr, whether it was ever through Twitter. I try my best to help people. I try my hardest, because I don't want anyone to feel alone. I don't want anyone to feel worthless. I want everyone to appreciate themselves and enjoy life, because life is way too short to not enjoy. Life is way too short to just be miserable. So whatever you have to do to cut out the negativity in your life and make you appreciate yourself and your self-worth, then do it. If it means that you post pictures of yourself because you thought you looked good that day, then do it. Who cares what other people think? If they think you look ugly, then fuck them, because I've gotten comments like that on my appearance, on my voice, on everything. But you know what? Screw them, because doing that made me feel better about myself. And in the end, doing what makes you happy is exactly what you have to do in this life, because there is literally no room for negativity. There's no room for sadness. There is no room for any of that bullshit. And if it means maybe watching a video gets you through that, if it's drawing, if it's reading, if it's just playing a game, if it's talking to people, if that gets you through, then do it. And do it with passion. Do it every day. Do it until you get out of that hole that you're in. And this is exactly why I upload videos, knowing that there are people out there who actually feel happiness when they watch it, because I know there have been videos out there and people who upload even to this day that I can watch, and I leave that video knowing that I feel a lot better, and life is just too short to not enjoy. And like I said, whatever makes you enjoy it, do it, pursue it with passion. And if you want to upload, then go for it, regardless of what people say, because if I stopped years ago, then I wouldn't be where I am now. And like I said, this video isn't to, I guess, gloat about my channel. It's not to discuss really my success, but it's more to discuss what my channel's success means to me, and it really means the world to me. And every single day I love reading your comments. I love reading the positive feedback. I love it all so much, because I know there are people out there who appreciate me, and I really hope that there are people out there who know that they're appreciated, because I try and respond to people. I try and do all that stuff because I know what it's like to feel ignored. And I know there are a lot of you, but I try my hardest to put time and effort into that and take time out of my day all the time and do that for you guys. And I really hope that there are some people out there who I have made happy. And I know some of this was very, very personal, but this is exactly why I upload. This is exactly why I do what I do, and I love it and enjoy it every single day of my life. And there are people that I still watch to this day that they get me through the day sometimes, and it honestly means the world to me. I could watch Shady Penguins battles, and they've actually gotten me through some difficult times lately. Oh, I can't even remember off the top of my head, but I watch battles from some of these people sometimes, and I could be having a rough day, and it just makes it so much better, and that means the world to me. Trust me, it really means the world to me. And it's the greatest feeling, and it's why I do what I do. And if you are a fellow YouTuber, then I think you can relate and express how good this also makes you feel, and how it's really better than any sort of monetary incentive in the world. And I just want you guys to know that when I do say I love you, I honestly mean it from the bottom of my heart, because there are some points in which I struggle to move along. I really do. But I look at the comments, I look at just how many people love me, how many people appreciate me, how many people enjoy my stuff, and no amount of negativity could ever take that away from me. People can bully me, harass me, all they want, but no amount of negativity is ever going to take me away from you guys, and I want you guys to know that, because I do love you with the bottom of my heart. And regardless of any hardships you might be going through, you can pull through it, because you are strong enough. You are better than that. And just remember that. You will always be better than that if you push through it, which I know each and every single one of you has the motivation to push through it if you are having a difficult time. And if you're still watching this, I do appreciate the time that you devoted to this video. It is very laid back. It is very personal. I do apologize, but I will link a couple of the other response videos that I've seen, and you can feel free to check those out too. They might be slightly different than mine, but I'm mainly just focusing on what I think makes a successful channel in my eyes. This is all personal. It's my channel. I run it how I want to run it, and my success is going to be what I consider it to be successful, not based on subs or views or anything else. It's all based on how I can make other people feel, and that is just what I personally feel very strongly. So I really hope that if you did watch this, maybe if you're even having a rough day, then just smile, because that's all I can tell you. Just smile, put on a happy face, and you will get through it, and you will love life. Just love life and live it with positivity, because there is no room whatsoever for negativity, regardless of the shit that you deal with in life, because everyone deals with shit, and it's exactly how you handle it that makes you a stronger person. So I wanted to just say thank you if you've listened to this whole thing. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here for me throughout all the years. I literally appreciate every single one of you, and I want you guys to know that I really, really do love you. I love all your support. I love everything. I love this whole experience, and it is the most rewarding thing that I could have ever done with my life. At least if I disappeared from this world now, I know that my channel is here, my legacy is here, and some people still might be able to find happiness in it, even if I'm not around. So I will be around for as long as you guys want me, for as long as you guys enjoy me, and that is that. I wanted to thank everyone else that has made a response video. I've pretty much listened through them all, and they've all been motivating in their own aspects. So I will link those in the description, and just have a wonderful day, because you're beautiful in your own ways. You have all your own personalities, your own everything, and just live life with positivity, live life with a smile on your face, because no matter what you go through, you can get through it, and I've gotten through it. I know each and every one of you can too, if there's anything that's ever bothering you. So once again, like I said, thank you so much for your time, and I really, as always, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and bye. I love you all so very much.